GM, welcome to the weekly crypto recap. My name is Josh Gordon, and we're going to walk through stories covering exchanges like Binance, Gemini, and Nike's latest foray into Web3. And we've got more crypto and NFT news to cover, so let's dive in. With story number one, I want to talk about the 6 commitments for healthy centralized exchanges that were outlined from CZ over at Binance. Now, it's been one of the toughest weeks ever for crypto. The downfall of FTX is still the main storyline on crypto Twitter as more details unfold, and that's not ending anytime soon. So I think what sets this apart from previous collapses is that FTX was really just such a trusted exchange. Everyone thought that everyone had done their diligence on it when in fact it basically couldn't have been worse. So now Coinbase and Binance rise to the top of trusted exchanges globally. And the CEO of Binance, CZ, he put out an article that is worth discussing, and in it he covers 6 commitments for healthy centralized exchanges to ensure trust with users and so that things that happen with FTX don't happen again. So let's dive in. The first thing he outlines is be risk averse with users' funds. Never trade or invest them. 2, never use native tokens as collateral. And this is exactly what FTX did with FTT. 3, share live proof of assets. The blockchain provides transparency, so let's use it. We need to use our money. We need to know our money is truly in the wallets that the exchanges say they're in, so that these bank runs and exchange runs stop happening at the slightest concern of the markets collapsing. 4, we need to keep strong reserves. Extreme circumstances keep happening, so we should prepare for them accordingly. 5, avoid using excess leverage. And 6, strengthen security protocols. So look, centralized exchanges, they get a bad rep, especially after what just happened. But truth is, 95% of people or more need to use them when you're in crypto. So these 6 commitments are a positive statement from Binance, leading the way, saying what needs to be done. I'm wary of trusting anyone right now, but this is the way, and I'm glad that these were outlined. Story number 2, Nike announces .swoosh. So Nike's taking another step into Web3 with the release of .swoosh, which is a new platform geared towards building a community around its digital collectibles. And it's cool to see Nike staying committed to NFTs despite the bear market. So currently, this platform is in beta, and registration to join .swoosh begins this month and goes throughout the rest of the year. But Nike will grow its platform, they'll create a diverse community, and eventually launch its first digital collection that are shaped by the members in 2023. And this reminds me of how, I think it was either Prada or Gucci did an NFT drop months ago that was shaped by input from the community. And it's also a little bit similar to how Coinbase built their NFT marketplace through these partner announcements and launches over time. We saw how successful that was. We'll see if Nike can do it any better. But after the first digital collection drops, members will be able to enter a challenge to co-create virtual products with Nike, and they can eventually win royalties on or earn royalties on that product that they help co-create. And I just think overall, this is a cool activation. Nike is also the latest major brand to be building their Web3 products on Polygon. So another huge win for the Polygon and Matic community. Nike even announced that the platform has its own domain, welcome.swoosh.nike. We might have to get Unstoppable Domains integrated with them as well. We'll be working on that. Story number 3, protect your assets. So we talked about the rules, the healthy commitments that Binance laid out, but we're seeing, a story of the week is that Gemini has seen a massive amount of outflows among fears that exchange could have contagion problems from the FTX fallout. So I just want to emphasize maximum caution here. There's nothing confirmed about Gemini. I'm just reporting on the story and what's happening right now. So this all started with Gemini's lending partner for their earn program, Genesis. They paused withdrawals. So from how I understand it, this is essentially how it works. Gemini takes $100 from the earn program and gives it to Genesis, expecting to get that 100 plus 2% back. Genesis goes out and tries to make 3% interest on that $100. They keep a percent, give Gemini the 100 and the 2% back. Then Gemini gives you, the user, your $100 plus your 1% of interest. And now, that works in great markets, but not so much right now. So Genesis, they froze their transactions. People got scared. Gemini came out and said that the exchange is fully backed and all funds are held 1-to-1. But trust is at an all-time low, and ultimately, Gemini saw, about $500 million of outflows from the exchange over the last 48 hours. So this is even more concerning because Genesis is really intertwined through the whole crypto market through some of these companies that they own. They came out and said that there is no impact on business operations to any of their wholly owned subsidiaries, but you can never know what's true right now on crypto Twitter. So emphasize caution, move money out of your exchanges into hard wallets. Two really cool announcements from Unstoppable Domains. First one, mint a free Web3 domain through our Trust Wallet giveaway. This ends today, Friday, November 18th. This ends. So you have a couple more hours to take advantage of this. We're running a dope giveaway with Trust Wallet. You can claim a free .wallet domain that matches your Twitter handle. This means you can own your Twitter name as your Web3 identity, easily pay and get paid in crypto, and stand out from the crowd with your identity in your Web3 apps that you use. So follow the steps in the tweet. We're linking it below in the YouTube video, and it's also on our Twitter page. This ends today, so don't miss your chance to get a free NFT that actually has utility. Story number 2, coming out from Unstoppable. We launched Subdomains, a big feature request from the whole community. It's finally here in version number 1. We're adding the ability for you to create a subdomain for any Unstoppable domain that you hold. So subdomains like nft.josh.wallet, that gives people more ways to represent themselves and their identity on Web3. Each Unstoppable subdomain is stored on-chain as its own ERC-721 token. And that means the parent domain owner can't revoke or control subdomains once they're created and in someone else's wallets. So this protects people and strengthens self-ownership and on-chain identity. And I think that's awesome. And this is just the first iteration, and we have more planned for subdomains down the road. But for now, something I think that is a cool way to think about this is just how it extends the utility of Web3 identity. So for instance, I can make art.josh.nft to hold the art NFTs in my collection, or I can use gaming.josh.nft for my in-game address on various dApps. But you can also use things for subdomains for like a family. So say I have my last name's Gordon, I could do josh.gordon.crypto. I could give my dad, dad.gordon.crypto, and you can create kind of a whole web of identities for a family based off a subdomain. Shout out to the whole product and engineering team that put in tons of work to make this happen. With the community member of the week, I want to give a shout out to Allura.nft. They minted a subdomain, and I love to see that you're giving this new feature a try and using smart contracts to make it happen. Casino.365.888. Super cool to see you make that happen. And with the NFT Project of the week, I want to give a shout out to We Knew Labs. Now, they were acquired by Yuga Labs this past week, and We Knew is behind the 10K TF project, and one of its founders are Beeple and Michael Fige. And Fige, he will join Yuga's leadership team as its Chief Content Officer. I think that's cool to see in the Web3 space. We're going to see a lot more from Bored Apes coming, I'm sure, from whether it's animations, movies, videos. So cool to see a content officer in place there. And they were previously working on visual immersive experiences for fashion houses like Coachella and even the Super Bowl halftime show. So I think we'll see more digital wearables, stories, immersive experiences coming out of Yuga in the coming months and years. And having Beeple on their team now as an advisor is just a massive stamp of approval and a big marketing advantage for them. That's it for this week's Crypto Weekly Recap. For anyone celebrating Thanksgiving next week, hope you have a great holiday with family and friends. From everyone at Unstoppable Domains and myself, we'll wish you a happy holiday, and we'll see you with the next Crypto Weekly Recap. Peace out.